So what do I think about the European gas industry going forward? Well, it's very easy to be gloomy about the industry, but in fact, there's a lot to be, thoughtful about and thankful for. We have many opportunities for supply of gas into Europe, and I think, as the relationships between price are changing between oil and gas, and particularly with the rather significant fall in the price of oil, almost half in just a few months, the relationships with gas price, coal price, and so on are going to change. And of course, that I think spells good news for European gas. As compared to a world very recently, of course, when gas was $100, much of oil had some linkage to the price of gas, that very high price. So look, I think it's, there's a lot to be, lot to look forward to, and I think we should be very optimistic. And we certainly hope that the European Gas Conference this year will be, much more enthusiastic than the conference of 2014, where I think the conclusions were rather downbeat.
My predictions for the European gas industry in the next 2 years are that it's going to be difficult. The environment is really unclear. There is a lot of uncertainty, and therefore investment are being hindered. Companies, and it is normal, don't want to invest if they don't have the visibility in the next 20 years. And there is also the lack of demand. The demand is decreasing. Gas tends to be not competitive anymore. So all of this is very uncertain, and therefore I think it's going to be very difficult. But those companies that can adapt quickly, that can be agile enough to be able to see new opportunities, to adapt to the movement of the market, I think those companies will be able to succeed. And I predict there will be also some maybe a merger acquisition in the market because it's going to be difficult, but there will be opportunities as well.
In the next 2 years, as you may know, the gas industry is facing a sort of lack of demand or no growth in demand, except maybe in the eastern part of Europe. So we have to clearly understand that Europe is not unique, but if the West is well structured and enough supplied, it's not the case for Eastern Europe. So in the years to come, what we will see is a development of a unified market in Europe, a continuation of the EU policy.
Well, if only the gas demand would increase because firstly the crisis is over. We hope that the industrial consumption and the gas to power will increase the consumption on gas. And maybe not for the next couple of years, but for the future, we should work quite hard to increase the use of natural gas in the transportation sector. Being this sector one of the most, let's say, producers of CO2s and pollutants, I do believe that natural gas has a very substantial role to play in that, and that will mean an increase in the gas consumption also for that. But I don't see this will be produced in the short term. It will take more time.
The next 2 years is going to be a critical time for the European gas industry. Irrespective of the trade stats, the imports, the exports, it's going to be a period where policy is formed, policy for European energy, and a debate about the carbon agenda for Europe and, in fact, the world.
Europe will have access to cheap gas, so it will give opportunities of market development. The risk will be mitigated in terms of supply as compared to today, so the reliability of supply will enhance probably the gas market development. I see new infrastructure coming online, especially regasification terminal in the south of Europe to bring LNG from the US and to compete with the Russian gas, which is too much present in this region, and also interconnection between Central Europe countries, which will enhance the reliability of gas supply in the region.